G'day folks, I'm Yogi and that's Reuban on the right. We're both wrestling and judo coaches at UFC GYM Blacktown. Reuban competes from time to time and does so with very good results. We're going to show you how he does his retreating shoulder throw and what points are important to execute it effectively. It's a really good one. Okay, here's an example of Reuban pulling this technique off live in a competition. It's a very good example of pulling this technique off effectively. Does it very well. He sets it up, he lures the guy in, he drops down, and boom, that's it, easy 4 points. Okay, the first thing you got to do is you got to get your opponent to push into you. I'm not going to go into how you bring that about, but yeah, you got to get them to push into you. The next thing you got to do is you got to time your steps back so they're just ahead of your opponent's steps. Note how Reuban's feet are landing just before mine hit the ground. Okay, have a look at it again. Okay, his right foot is going to hit the floor and then my left foot just hits the floor after that. Only a split second, but it matters. Alright, we covered the setup. Now we're going to look at the execution. How you turn, how you drop down, the grip you take, and what you got to do to finish it off. Note how Reuban's left foot is planted before my right foot has touched the ground. He's got a collar and bicep tie on me, but the throw would work just the same if he had a collar and elbow or an over-under. Now in this next frame, Reuban releases his right hand and shoots it through my right armpit to get his hand to the front of my right delt. Also look at his foot placement. At that angle, he doesn't need to rotate as far to throw me. Note in these two frames how he is dropping down into position. This is very important. It's the quickest way for him to get into position and the quickest way to get me out of position. Also note my right foot is planted as my left foot continues to move forward. This is because he got me to push into him and walk him backwards. It's really going to help him fold me in half. You'll see in a moment. In this frame you'll see Reuban's got his right hand to the front of my right delt. He's using his 2-on-1 grip on my right arm to drop my right shoulder to the floor as he's falling into position himself. He's also explosively crunching his abs down. Here Reuban's got me completely folded in half. There's nowhere to go but over. In these frames I'm going to point out something else that's really important. He set his knees 45 degrees to the left of the direction I was walking. If you want to practice this technique, you must practice landing at this angle. As I'm falling forward, what you'll see Reuban do is he will use his feet. He will drive them into the mat and he'll follow me through to secure the pin. Okay, we'll look at this again. Okay, note how he's pushing him back. This is freestyle wrestling. If you push him out of bounds, you get a point. So that guy thinks he's going to push Reuban out of bounds and get a point. Reuban has other ideas. Reuban is letting him push him. He's dropping through, bringing him to the edge of the mat and throwing him for an easy 4 points. Nice one, mate.